We'll lose good-paying jobs, and middle-class Americans and future generations will pay a lot more because of the huge deficit. More on mortgages, small business loans, credit cards, car loans, because of the crushing and historic debt dumped on their shoulders. The Republicans tried to tell their members, oh, this won't take effect for a year and a half. Bull. You cannot make such large cuts and not have it have immediate effect, because hospitals and any kind of business, clean energy, has to plan for the future. So here, this is just a short time after they passed their big, ugly betrayal. These are a few headlines. Rural Southwest Nebraska clinic closes, blaming expected Medicaid cuts. This one is Maine. Medicaid cuts lead to rural Maine hospital closures and service reductions. News 9, Oklahoma. Oklahoma healthcare officials warn of rural hospital closure and pending Medicaid cuts. That's just a few, and the number is going to grow every week. And we'll also be hearing about a lot of job losses, clean energy companies closing right away. They can't, when they know the tax credit is going to be cut off shortly, they're not going forward right now with their projects. So it's happening everywhere. The Nebraska clinic I mentioned has been in operation for 30 years. It serves a town of about 900 people, and now it's closing because of the awful bill. Throughout the campaign and for months after, President Trump and Republicans promised they would not touch Medicaid. That was a lie. That was a lie. The headlines already prove it. And unfortunately, it's just beginning. We know that about 17 million Americans will be ripped off health care, tens of thousands will die, and premiums, and that's going to happen right away too. The insurance companies have to start, health insurers have to start setting their premiums in October, and because of this bill, they're going to go way up. Why? To give tax cuts to billionaires. It's profane, it's morally bankrupt, it's sickening. We are already...
Welcome back. What we just heard was Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's impassioned critique of what he calls President Trump's big, ugly betrayal, a bill he claims is already inflicting significant harm across the nation. Schumer laid out a stark picture, asserting that the legislation passed just last week was crafted without public input, instead serving billionaires and corporations. He highlighted immediate negative impacts, including the potential loss of health care for millions, skyrocketing premiums, and increased utility bills. The senator also cited concerns about cuts to food aid for children, job losses, and a looming crushing and historic debt that he predicts will raise costs for mortgages, small business loans, and credit cards. We heard specific examples, with Schumer pointing to the closure of rural clinics in Nebraska and Maine, and warnings from Oklahoma healthcare officials, all attributed to expected Medicaid cuts. He also brought up the highly contentious issue of VA employee reductions, arguing that 30,000 job cuts would severely diminish healthcare for veterans. This address underscores a pivotal moment in American politics, with profound disagreements over the economic and social consequences of major legislative action. As these policies begin to take effect, their real-world impact on everyday Americans will undoubtedly remain a central focus of national debate. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more analysis like this.